If you have a cell phone or pager, maybe you turn it off. אנחנו מתחילים עם תהילים. תהילה 121. We begin with Psalm 121. אשא עיני אל ההרים מאין יבוא עזרי. עזרי מעם אדוני עושה שמיים וארץ. אל ייתן למות רגליך, אל ינום שומרך. הנה לא ינום ולא ישן שומר ישראל. אדוני שומרך, אדוני צילך על יד ימינך. יומם השמש לא יככה וירך בלילה. אדוני ישמרך מכל רע, ישמור את נפשך. אדוני ישמר צאתך ובואך, מעתה ועד עולם. I lift my eyes to the mountains. What is the source of my help? My help comes from the Lord, maker of heaven and earth. The Lord will not let your foot give way. Your protector will not slumber. See, the protector of Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps. The Lord is your guardian. He is your protection at your right hand. The sun will not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will guard you from all harm. He will guard your soul, your going and your coming, now and forever. And Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He guideth me in straight paths for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou hast anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. It is a privilege to call forward Malvina to speak of her father.
Папа родился в июне 1936 года, перед самой войной, на границе Польши и Украины. Это была тогда Польша. В 1941 году, когда началась война, мама с 3 маленькими детьми прятались под землей от немцев. И 1,5 года они жили под землей, и мама была единственной. Отец умер к тому времени, дедушка, папин папа, и мама была единственной добытчицей и выходила добывать пищу для себя и 3 детей. После войны папа закончил Львовский политехнический институт и уехал работать в Черновцы на Украину. Вот там он встретился с мамой, и они поженились в 1961 году. Вот. И там же я родилась, в 1963. Папа очень пример мамы и папы. Они прожили 56 лет вместе, всегда заботились друг о друге. Папа был добрым, мягким человеком, любил помогать людям, шутил, любил шутить даже в тяжелых обстоятельствах. Он ухитрялся шутить. Любил очень семью, маму, брата, сестру, меня, внука, правнуков. У нас теперь 2 правнука в Канаде, и младший, который родился месяц назад, он носит имя дедушки, имя папы. В 1994-м родители переехали из Черновиц в Кливленд и жили в Кливленде последние 8-9 лет в Лютергhaus. И мы переехали с мужем 5 лет назад, тоже присоединились к ним. Вот, живем тоже в Кливленде. И, в общем, папа страдал последние несколько месяцев, были сплошным мучением. Он очень страдал от сердечной болезни, не мог ходить, не мог дышать. Мама преданно за ним ухаживала днем и ночью. И, в общем, его страдания прекратились в субботу вечером. Мгновенно. Был хороший день, прошел хороший день. Он говорил по скайпу с внуком и с правнуками. Все было хорошо. Я уехала оттуда, было где-то 3 часа, а около 9 вечера сердце остановилось. То есть вот как бы хороший день был, и в конце остановилось сердце. То есть он не успел даже не испугаться, не мгновенно он умер. Мы будем помнить папу, дедушку, прадедушку. Он будет жить в наших сердцах.
These are words like a prayer, and at the end of a prayer we say Amen. We gather this afternoon to fulfill a solemn obligation to pay our respects to your dearly departed Marat Goldberg. This gathering, this assembly of friends is a comfort. It's a support to the sorrowing family. Marat was a kind person. He was caring. He was a good son and husband and father and grandfather and great-grandfather. He loved his family. He liked to help people. If you needed help, he would help you. He was a very social person. He liked to be around people. As Melvina and Shmuel spoke yesterday, I was reminded of a midrash about Yom Kippur and Marat. So there is a teaching in Tractate Yoma. It's about Yom Kippur. And we learned that on Yom Kippur, the high priest would go inside the Beit Knesset, inside the synagogue, the temple, and he would offer prayers that he would be worthy to represent the people because of his transgressions, and that God would cleanse him of his transgressions. Then he would offer prayers on behalf of his mishpacha, on behalf of his family, that they would be cleansed of their sins. Then Kol B'nai Yisrael, all of the Israelites, he would offer prayers on behalf of them. And when he would come out, he would read something from the Sefer Torah. He would read a small section. And then at the end of reading from the Sefer Torah, he would say, much more than I have read to you is written inside, is written therein. And so much more than I could say, much more than you can say, is your dear Marat. He was born in Poland, which after World War II became Ukraine, but he was born June 5th, 1936. He was the only child of Chayil and Etya, both of them of blessed memory. As we know, when Germany invaded Poland on September 1st, 1939, life changed for Jews and life changed for everybody. Marat was only 3 years old. And his family and about 30 Jewish families hid underground. For a whole year, they hid underground. And apparently this is a movie that I heard of but never saw, but I will see now. The movie is called No Place on Earth, and it tells of these families. They hid underground. Etya had to find food and look for food for the children. So this was a very difficult time, and to say the very least, childhood was very difficult for Marat. And yet he grew up to be a good person and a kind person and a helpful person. After the war, he went to university and got his bachelor's degree in Lvov, Ukraine. He became an engineer. And this is where he met Bella. Bella, they met at the same workplace. And he and Bella were married March 31st, 1961. And they shared a life of 56 years. Kenahora, 56 years. In so many people in our generation, in a marriage, can they count to 10 even? But 56 years, it's beautiful. He lived a regular life, took care of his wife and his daughter, and blessed with a daughter, Melvina, her dear husband Shmuel. They lived in Israel and now here. And her grandson, Dennis, Dennis's wife, Olga. You schlepped all the way from Vancouver, British Columbia. It's a long way. And two grandchildren, two great-grandchildren, Prodiadushka, to Eitan and James Marcus. It is good that you have more than one. As your mother and I spoke yesterday, I said, everyone in a synagogue is thinking children have more than one if you can. Have two, have three, because they're thinking of the Beit Sefer. They're thinking of the religious school. But they should just be healthy and happy. Came to Cleveland 23 years ago in 1994. He's had difficulty with his heart for many years, and this finally caught up to him. And then on Saturday night, Motzei Shabbat, Saturday night, he breathed his last. And now there's no pain, there's no deterioration. There's rest and wholeness and peace, and we believe his soul returns to God, to be with the souls of his dear family and the ancestors of our people. We learn this in the book of Ecclesiastes, Sefer Kohelet, the book of Ecclesiastes, that the dust returns to the earth as it was, and we will take the body and we will place it in the ground. And over the course of time, there's decomposition. The soul returns to God. The family has let us send a machzor and a Haggadah in the casket with him. It is not only a mitzvah to escort the body of a loved one to its final resting place, but also holy books from our tradition. So you think, and you have many, many memories of Marat. We give thanks to God for the gift of his long life. We would have hoped for more. However, briut, in health, we would have hoped for more, but in health. And as you think of him, be kind and be helpful. Adonai Natan v'Adonai Lakach, Yehi Shem Adonai Mevarach. The Lord hath given, the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Amen. Ose shalom bimromav, hu ya'ase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, imru, amen. Ya'ase shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. God, who causes peace in the high heavens, cause peace to rain down upon us, upon all Israel, kol Yisrael, and upon the soul of our dearly departed Marat Goldberg. And let us say, Amen. Please rise for El Malei Rachamim. El Malei Rachamim, Shochein Bamromim, Hamitzeh Menucha Nechona, Tachat Kanfei HaShechina, Im Kedoshim U'Tohorim, Kezohara Kiamazhirim, Et Nishmat Marat Ben Chayil Ve'etya, Shahalach Lo'olamo, Ba'al Harachamim, Yastirehu B'Seter Kanafav Le'olamim, Vayitzror B'Tzror HaChaim, Et Nishmato, Adonai Hu Nachalato, V'yanuach B'Shalom Al Mishkavo, V'nomar Amen. Compassionate God, eternal Spirit of the universe, grant perfect rest in your sheltering presence to our dear Marat Goldberg. He has entered eternity. O God of mercy, let him find refuge in the shadow of your wings, and let his soul be bound up in the bond of everlasting life. God is his inheritance. May he rest in peace, and let us say, Amen. In a moment now, the men from the funeral will come in and they will give us direction as we will take the casket, and we will go in procession to Sinai Cemetery. And we will lower the casket and say Kaddish there. We will say Kaddish for Marat at our synagogue every Friday night at 7:30, our services for the next 4 Fridays. And then the students in the Hebrew school on Wednesday afternoon, and the students in the Sunday school on Sunday morning, many, many times they'll say the Kaddish for him. It'll be our privilege for the Shloshim, for the 30 days.
If there are any friends here who would help us act as pallbearers